Welcome to Finance Decoded. In this video, we will compare two popular debt payoff strategies, the Debt Avalanche and the Debt Snowball, including how the strategies work, the advantages and disadvantages, and an example debt repayment. As always, timestamps are in the description box below. So how does the Debt Avalanche strategy work? Step 1. Use a budget to figure out your monthly disposable income. This is the amount left after all your expenses, such as rent or mortgages, food and transportation, are deducted, and it will be used to make overpayments. The higher your disposable income, the quicker the debts will be repaid. For this example, let's use £350. Step 2. Write out all your debts and order them from the highest interest rate to the lowest, as you will pay them off in this order. In our example, we have £7,000 on a credit card with a 24% rate, a £2,000 loan with a 19.8% rate, and a £5,000 personal loan which was used for home renovations with a 3.5% rate. Step 3. You must make minimum repayments for all debts. Not doing so will lead to defaults, which will not only lower your credit score but may also lead to restrictions on your account, such as a decreased credit limit. Click the link above to watch a video explaining credit scores. And lastly, step 4. Each month, add your disposable income to the monthly repayment of the debt with the highest interest rate. Once the first debt is paid off, use the monthly repayment, in this case £195, and your disposable income, so £350, towards paying off the next debt with the highest interest rate, which is now the car loan, and repeat this process until all debts are paid off. Remember, the more money you can throw at the debt, the quicker you can pay it off. So use extra tips, commissions, or bonuses, or even presents to help accelerate your debt payoff. Like the Debt Avalanche strategy, step 1 of the Debt Snowball strategy is also to figure out your monthly disposable income. However, at step 2, write out your debts, but order them from the smallest balance to the largest. Next, step 3, don't forget to make minimum repayments on all debts. And lastly, step 4, use your disposable income to overpay the smallest debt each month. Once the first debt is paid off, move on to the smallest debt remaining. Remember to roll the funds over and don't start spending it elsewhere, and avoid racking up more debt. The focus is to pay off the debt you already have. So, which strategy is better? Well, it depends on you and your debts. If you want to emerge out of debt sooner and having paid less interest, then the Debt Avalanche is the strategy to use. However, many find it hard to stick to this strategy, as it often takes a while to see progress, which can make people lose focus and motivation. If you think this may be an issue for you, the Debt Snowball strategy is a great alternative. This method, coined by Dave Ramsey in his bestseller, The Total Money Makeover, linked in the description box below, prioritizes small wins, as this motivates you to continue paying off debt and stick to the plan. If you've had difficulties paying off debt in the past, the confidence boost is great psychologically and gets you in the habit of paying off your debts and good money management. So let's look at how the three loans fare under the two strategies. We'll start off with the Debt Avalanche strategy. This table shows the monthly repayments made for each debt and the month they are paid off in full. Let's walk through the first debt to be paid, the credit card, which is a debt with the highest interest rate. For the first 14 months, you pay the minimum repayment plus the disposable income of £350 to total £545. Remember, you must pay the minimum repayment on the other two debts. As you can see in the table, the credit card is paid off in full in the 15th month, so it takes 1 year and 3 months to see the first debt paid in full. So it does take some time to see progress. Let's look closer at the payments in month 15. As the credit card's outstanding balance is £541.17, there is £3.83 of disposable income, which is added to the car loan's monthly payment to total £54.83. In month 16, you can see the car loan minimum repayment is paid, plus the disposable income of £350 and the minimum repayment of £195 that was previously used to pay off the credit card. So the funds are rolled over and your total spend of £686 remains the same. Now let's look at the monthly repayments using the Debt Snowball strategy. Here we start off overpaying the debt with the smallest balance, which is the car loan. So the minimum repayment is paid plus the disposable income of £350. As you can see in the table, the first debt is paid off in 6 months, so this is much quicker than the debt avalanche method and can be considered a quick win. However, the credit card debt will be generating more interest during this time. We'll compare this later. So in the 6th month, the outstanding balance of £99.89 is paid, and the remaining disposable income of £301.11 is added to the personal loan. Feel free to pause to see the calculations and compare each table. As you can see, between the two strategies, there is just a 1 month difference on becoming debt-free. Check out the calculator in the description box below to compare your loans and decide which strategy may work best for you. It's worth noting that depending on your balances and your interest rates, the interest paid and the time to pay off all debts may not be significantly different. In this example, the disposable income is £350. But the more money you can use to overpay your debts, the less time it will take to pay them back in full, and the less interest you will pay. This table is a simple comparison showing how long it takes to pay off each debt and the total interest paid. By the time you pay off the first debt using the debt avalanche method, you'll be paying off debt number 2 with the snowball method. However, the debt avalanche method pays off the final debt 1 month before the snowball method, and overall, £923 less interest is paid. So if you prioritize or value paying less interest and don't mind waiting to see your first balance paid off in full, then the debt avalanche could be the best strategy for you. Whereas if you know you need to be motivated in order to stay on track, try the snowball method. Remember, no method is right or wrong. It's important to choose the one that you can stick to, as ultimately this will make you debt-free. So that's the Debt Avalanche and Debt Snowball strategies explained. Thanks for watching Finance Decoded. If you enjoyed, then give the video a like. Want more? Subscribe below. Thoughts? Comment below.